Typically, I don't do anything for Halloween. There are reasons that prevent me from celebrating this universal holiday. However, this year is different. I'm gonna be exploring an enchanted pumpkin garden, a place where many brave souls venture in, but only a few of them come back out. Psych! This is Descanso Garden near Glendale, California, home to the Halloween attraction called Carved, a mesmerizing pumpkin wonderland as they call it. And tonight, we're gonna be looking and rating some of those pumpkins and jack-o'-lanterns. Welcome to my Halloween. Alright, I know you're not used to seeing me doing this type of adventure, but hear me out. I couldn't find anything better to do, so sit back and relax because I'm about to take you through what I think is one of the best Halloween experiences of my life. I have two main goals that I need to accomplish in this video. Number one, visit all the locations that the garden has to offer. And number two, find the most unique, awesome, and creative carved pumpkin in the whole garden. Off to location number one, Harvest Acres. Now it's gonna be confusing because to me, an acre is a piece of land. If it's a harvest, that means there's a lot of lands, there's like a ton of like sections, confusing. Like, so I find it hard to believe that people actually are carving the pieces or like the huge logs. I do feel like that was done with a machine. Look at the fine details on things. Look, when that one has a little butterfly on his nose. I wonder how it would look if someone would put me into, or like, would making a sculpture of my face on a piece of wood. Dia de los Muertos ofrenda. Let's go check that out. I really hope you guys are not having problems trying to hear me because apparently the music is way too loud over here. And hopefully it's not copyrighted music because otherwise I'm gonna be screwed. I'm gonna be cooked at the ofrenda. I'm gonna be cooked before I make my ofrenda. But like pretty much you can just come here and then grab a little piece of paper and then make an ofrenda. And there are so many of them. This is nothing compared to a horror night at an amusement park, but this place definitely has more than I thought I would find. I'm actually starting to enjoy this very much. Now we're getting to the spooky part of the park. Look at all these pumpkins or jack-o'-lanterns or whatever it is that you want to call them. This looks like the perfect set if you were into the dark arts and you were, say, a witch or a wizard. This would be like the perfect setting for a Halloween night for you to curse whoever you want to curse. All right, I'm not trying to ruin the experience, but this is way too many pumpkins. Like, don't tell me that someone had to do all this work and then they place them. I feel like they're fake. Look at that behind me. I'm not sure if that's real. I really don't think that I've ever seen so many jack-o'-lanterns put together. This is insane. This is way too many for me, bro. Like, don't tell me that this doesn't look like an alien base. And these could be like the spaceship lying on the ground, just waiting for them to come back or something and take you with them to their home. Oh my God, I lost the word there. I really think that this is cool. Look, a little spooky to be honest with you, and the sound that they put makes it even more spooky. This looks like an alien planet. Off to the next stop. This is where I would expect to see the ghost of Jack Sparrow if you're a fan of the Pirates of the Caribbean. I really love this lighting over here. It makes me look very, very scary. This right here looks to me like the tentacles of the Kraken. In the Pirates of the Caribbean, Davy Jones controls the Kraken and he sends that thing to destroy any ship that could be a potential danger to them. Or I think he does it just for fun, just to kill people. That looks like a tentacle right here. You're gonna have to excuse my ignorance, but what the hell is a mulberry? I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that right. But this is a mulberry pond. Just a little lake with some, what it looks to me, balls with pines and more little branches inside. That right there looks so sick. If you're ever at a lake and then you see those things come out and then all of a sudden you see a little fog or mist, you have about like 2 or 3 minutes to get out of there if you want to make it out alive. Some scary movie type of setting over here. I'm gonna have to apologize about this part. I honestly thought that I was getting the most cinematic shots in history. It was only until I got home and reviewed the footage that I found out that all of this was whack. I'm terribly sorry. What a very cool way to make a simple tree look very scary. All you need to do is just add like purple lighting or red lighting behind it, and that thing looks so scary, bro. You see that thing? It feels like something is gonna jump out of it or from behind it. I really love how they put all this mist or fake fog or whatever that thing is to make the place a little bit more scary. I feel like they did a really good job with this ghost garden. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I don't know if you can see, but you see that behind me? You see how the mist plays with the dirt and then the trees? I really love it. Love it! Alright, we made it to station number 8. Now this is where we're gonna pick the best looking pumpkin that is carved. To be honest with you, I thought this was fake. Just like the other ones. I think the other ones were fake at the pumpkin garden. But now that I get close to it, this baby's real. Look at how amazing this looks. I'm starting to think that this is gonna be really hard. Cause all of these babies are like just an amazing work. Look at all these Pokemons over here. That's crazy. A Bulbasaur with a pumpkin on it instead of the flower. Look at all these fine details over here. Look at the lines on the butterfly. I think it is carved, and at the same time, I think it's like a little bit of paint. That is just insane. Oh look, they even got the Dodgers over here. I think it's Otani that they got over here. Wow, that looks just like him. Jesus, look at this thing over here. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's Darth Vader and little Yoda over here, baby Yoda over here. I'm not like the biggest fan of Star Wars, but I think that's what it is here. That is a lot of work.
Kind of. Like that one's gonna be thick. So,
so far, the 3 contestants are Otani and the Dodgers and Darth Vader or whoever that is carrying Baby Yoda and Mickey and Pluto. I'm gonna have to leave the decision making until the very last part of the video because the tour must continue. We only have 2 more stops after this. I'm gonna keep it real here. I think this is gonna have to be my favorite stop. This looks like a rave. This is something that you will find at a rave. You only need a good DJ and it becomes a party, man. Look at all this. Put some rave music in there. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm ready to party. Alright, we have a situation here. We made it to the last stop, but it looks like they're closed already. I don't think I'm gonna be able to go in. Unless this gentleman is very nice and lets me go in for just a second. Perfect, I appreciate it. I'm just gonna be right here. Thank you. There we go. Give it up to him. He's really cool. Obviously the trains are stopped already, so we can't really see them go on, but as you can see behind me, that's a little train right here, and then they go all around this section right here. That's pretty cool. I was getting a little worried when he said that they were closed. I was thinking that I wasn't gonna make the goal, at least one of the goals, but we did. I'm gonna be completely honest here. This was a fun little adventure, and if I were to be invited with a ticket all paid for, I would do it again. But I still got one more thing to do. We made it to the very end of the video, and as promised, I visited all the locations that the attraction has to offer. Now, it is time to choose the best looking pumpkin that we saw. It is still gonna be between three. Otani with the Dodgers, Darth Vader and Mini Yoda, and Mickey and Pluto. And the best looking pumpkin is, drumroll, Darth Vader and Mini Yoda. Let me know what you think about the video. It's good to be back. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.